I'm Mrs. Ndinelao Motwanaga, the tutor for history, subject code His11. Welcome to history. About the assignment, this paper is out of 130. It's 2 hours, 30 minutes long. It consists of 5 questions. Answer all questions. And you need study guides, history subject study guide, and NAMCL grade 12 history guides. In Unit 1, the first question, it's about the international relations. The following topics should be considered: the motives and the aims of the Big Three, Woodrow Wilson's 14 points, and the impacts of the Treaty of Versailles on the Germans. In Unit 2, this will be the question 2, it's about the League of Nations. The following topics should be considered: the aims, structure, and the functions of the League of Nations bodies, how the weaknesses of the League hindered the work of the League, reasons for the weaknesses of the League of Nations, successes and failures of the League of Nations. In Unit 3, which will be question 3, it's about the collapse of international order. The first topic there should be actions of Hitler from 1933 to 1939. Hitler's foreign policy. Factors contributed to the outbreak of Second World War. And make sure that there are a lot of factors. Evaluate the appeasement policy that was followed by Britain and France. Unit 4, it's about Namibian history, the Germans' colonial administration over Namibia. So the topics to be considered here is the Germans' establishment of colonial rule over Namibia, causes of a war of national resistance from 1904 to 1908, resistance from Namibian against the German colonial administration, and the effects of German colonization on Namibian people. Unit 5, it's about South African history, where you'll be asked about the reasons why National Party of Dr. D.F. Malan won the elections of 1948. The National Party and the apartheid policies that it introduced in South Africa from 1948 and the effects these apartheid policies had on South African people. Now, welcome to the general principles of answering history questions. Each topic consists of 3 questions, A, B, and C. For A question, you only need to describe what is asked. In brief, you do not need explanations. For question B, you need to explain in more details of what has been asked. Give reasons and explanations to it. Avoid listing, as this will result into low awarding of marks. This question often asks of how or why. Therefore, you need to explain how something led to another factor. Or if it asks you why, you should as well state and explain the reasons. For C questions, this one requires you to have a balanced answer. For example, The Odendaal plan had negative effects on Namibian people. When you come across to such questions, where after reading the question, you underline the given word, the negative, then you must bring in the opposite word of negative, which is positive. So in your answer, you should bring balanced answers by talking about positive and negative effects of Odendaal plan on Namibian people. Then, if a question asks you, how far do you agree with the statement? You must talk about agreement, how far you agreed about the statement, and as well as how you disagree with the statement. Then start giving answers first based on your statement. Explain how the Odendaal plan affected people negatively, as well as show how it affected people positively. Where you are asked about how a factor contributed to something, and there are a lot of contributing factors, you are not bound to indicate how other factors contributed for you to score marks. For example, the German people hated the Treaty of Versailles because they lost colonies. How far do you agree? Explain how the loss of colonies made the Germans hate the Treaty of Versailles. And you should also indicate that there are also some other factors that made Germans hate the Treaty of Versailles. For example, the reductions of army, war guilds, and reparations, and prohibitions of Germany from the Treaty of the League of Nations. So what you have to do here, you should also indicate how other factors contributed, but not only focusing on the factors that is given. Remember, the aim of history is to show how much you know about historical events. And we do ask indirectly. If you are asked, do you agree? Bring the opposite of agree to balance the answer. Always remember to underline the keyword in the question and bring its opposite for a balanced answer. This is the end of presentation. Good luck.